Take a deep breath in and exhale. Close your eyes. Keep breathing deeply. Feel the peace that the moment of deep breathing can give you. And if you are feeling the impulse to shout at me, I don't feel peace at all because of, fill the blank. Realize you just received some pieces of the message for today. Take a deep breath in. And exhale all attachment that your message for today should look like. Are you aware? That is one option in a universe that is infinite. Infinity rule. Infinity rule. Everywhere, every time. It doesn't matter if you acknowledge it or not. Take a deep breath in. And exhale all attachment that if things don't look like fill the blank are not working. What if right now you commit to the higher power, God, infinite source, whatever you believe in? What if you commit that as you know that you are willing and able to make the most of this time, right now, you have the objective of make the most of this time. It's okay. It's perfect. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Declare that you are willing and able to interview your message for today with curiosity, even if you don't like it. Why? Because you are aware that it's coming all the way from the subconscious to the conscious. And it's amazing. That means you have to like it. No. But do you realize that you can have a puzzle, a mosaic, looking just one piece, and that piece looks so ugly, so dark. And since you don't have the picture, you may want to throw that out. So right now, commit that you will embrace that piece, even if you don't like it. Even if you don't understand it. Put it in front of you. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale. I revive and clarify my objective. I revive and clarify my objectives. How does that sound to you? Do you feel in total commitment to declare that you revive and clarify your objective? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, observe which came from. A thought, a body sensation, a memory, a particular emotion. Is it an emotion that you will love to keep with yourself all day long? Or is it an emotion that you are feeling drained by it? Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Everything that you perceive could take your peace away, put it in front of you. I revive and clarify my objective. I revive and clarify my objective. What if right now you choose to ask yourself, well, which is my most important objective at the moment? Which is your most important objective at the moment? Observe if you went to something really, really, really big, like an achievement, a trophy, an award, or if your mind went into something really, really, really small. What is that small for you? And that, do you believe that a small piece is less valuable than the big piece? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Acknowledge that you right now have already been expanding your sphere of consciousness, expanding your sphere of awareness. You are no longer the same person that jumped into this meditation. Right now you have more wisdom than you used to. Questioning. Are you willing to use that new wisdom to the future you would love to experience, to the present that you would love to experience in a different way? Or are you attached to the past or what has happened? Take a deep breath in. And if as you exhale, you are feeling the impulse to shout at me, you have no clue what I have gone through. You are absolutely right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me to guide you. Thank you for allowing me to send you love and gratitude for your commitment and willingness to keep going. That's amazing. Do you realize others didn't give themselves that chance? I know you are special. I know you are a masterpiece. Stop shouting at me, you don't know me. I know that when you took the time to step up into this meditation, there is a part inside your soul that knows that you were made a masterpiece. Even if you can't acknowledge that right now, it's okay, it's perfect. Just trust me on this and take a deep breath in. Thank you. Give yourself a hug. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I revive and clarify my objective. I revive and clarify my objective. Are you feeling the impulse to shout at me? I have my objective really, really clear. Really? So glad for you. Is it possible those objectives are only related to one of the areas of your life? Financial, for example. What about familiar? Physical, social, mental, spiritual? Do you realize that you are more than one area? Take a deep breath in and exhale all sense of shame, guilt, whatever emotion is coming is perfect. Place all of them in front of you. Take a deep breath in and exhale, knowing that as you acknowledge those emotions, you are in the process to heal. As you are in the process to heal, mind gets sharper, your spirit gets stronger, and your heart becomes more loving. Take a deep breath in and let go all attachment. So how does that exactly work? It doesn't matter. What matters the most is that you are willing and able to make the most of this time. That this meditation is already working because it is already expanding your sphere of consciousness, expanding your sphere of awareness. Some parts inside of you are shifting even if you don't realize. Take a deep breath in. And I revive and clarify my objectives. I revive and clarify my objectives. What if right now you choose to ask of yourself, which is my most important objective at the moment? Ask that question again and again. Is it possible that you are thinking, my objective is the blank, and that objective is attached to something that you were told that you could do or couldn't? Is it possible that you have huge objectives in one area of your life and low objectives in another area of your life? And what does that ever mean? What is a high objective or a low objective? What is that for you? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Do you realize this meditation is about your life? Whatever you believe is a high objective, you will act in some way. Whatever you believe is a low objective, you will behave in a different way. Do you realize that you are giving less time to whatever it is that you believe is a less important objective? Is it possible that you are having some conflicts with others that have different objectives from you, or that you perceive they are unable to clarify their objectives? or they have the wrong objective because their objectives are not the same as you. Is it possible? Mm. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I revise and clarify my objective. I revise and clarify my objective. What if right now you commit to have one specific objective after the meditation? What if right now you declare that you will give yourself the gift of 1 minute after the meditation to think in whatever came during it? And if you're saying just 1 minute, it's okay, choose more. After all, this is about you. Take a deep breath in. And I revive and clarify my objective. I revive and clarify my objective. If you are saying something like, I have never had my objectives around, fill the blank, which area of your life do you perceive that you haven't had clear objectives? How are you reacting toward that? Is it possible that you are comparing yourself to someone else and you are pretending to impose on yourself or on others standards that came from somebody else? Take a deep breath in and I revive and clarify my objectives. If you are feeling the impulse to shout at me, I can't do that because, fill the blank. What do you perceive your present circumstances or your past allow you to do or not? Is it possible that in other moments of your life you were judging yourself for not having clear objectives, and in some way it works even better than what you thought possible? Or is it possible that you regret that at any moment of your life you achieve your objectives, you clarify your objectives, and fill the blank? What happened? You get it ready? And exhale. I revive and clarify my objectives. I revive and clarify my objectives. Look if you're feeling some pain, some discomfort on you. Is it possible that pain, that discomfort started at any specific moment on your past that you perceived you didn't have clear objectives, or you perceive? Fill the blank. What do you perceive? Take a deep breath in. And exhale. I revive and clarify my objectives. I revise and clarify my objectives. You realize that in order for you to step up into new levels of service, profit, health, freedom, and greatness, in whichever way you value the most, your willingness to give yourself permission to have objectives of any size, regardless of what others think about those objectives, is important. Do you realize that will impact all that you do or don't in some way or the other? All that you say or don't in some way or the other? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I revise and clarify my objectives. What makes you to feel alive? Which objective haven't you dared to have? Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, see yourself letting go out of your body whatever emotion came. And right now, make the objective to introduce that emotion, that memory. How did you learn, grow, and evolve with it? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I revise and clarify my objectives. Are you thinking that if you clarify your objectives, you have to change your objectives? Is it possible that some of those objectives that you have had for a long time doesn't have a space in the future that you would love to experience? Is it possible something in your self-image is aligned with the past or in the present circumstances? Would you love to give yourself permission as you review your objectives and clarify them to align your self-image with the future that you would love to embrace? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I revise and clarify my objectives. I revise and clarify my objectives. I revise and clarify my objectives. Bless